I mean, that was triggering because I've had that happen to me when I was much younger, so I've had to deal with that. And to be accused of doing somebody that way, it was horrible.
Yeah.
Heather is a good person, and she doesn't bother anybody on this app, and she damn sure doesn't deserve for KP to run her name. Not to mention being a nurse. That's life altering for somebody to get on the app and tell some damn ass lies like that.
Yep.
I did not go live at all when she done any of that. I never went live. I've never been live saying anything on her.
No, anyone you became friends with, she said, was because of her. You did that to get back at her. It's all fucking assumption and accusation. None of it is the truth.
Well, you know what? I'll tell KP, thank you for giving me a good friend. That's the only fucking thing you did for me.
Also, thank you, Chantal, for coming in here and telling the truth. I appreciate it. Because I didn't even talk to you. I didn't even know I didn't know that part about it. So thank you for coming in here and telling that. And Heather, I'm sorry that you got accused of that. I wasn't accused of it, but I was accused of being victimized by my own girlfriend for a while. And I know how shitty that feels. And I think people need to stop throwing around certain accusations because it is very harmful to the people that truly go through that.
Yes.
Yes, and it's a mockery to a lot of other people that still suffer from the triggers of it for somebody to throw it around so casually.
But the other said person, I wasn't going to throw her name out. The other said person had already admitted to lying about the situation. So all I wanted her to do was publicly say it wasn't true because I didn't do that.
She's not going to do that, though, Heather. All the lies she said on me, she's just not going to do it. She's going to stand on her lies.
Same thing with me.
That's just who she is.
She needs to
And-
get out of the
I have a list. So I'm sorry if I say this the wrong way, but it's called the Freudian slip. It's where when someone is lying so much, every now and then you'll hear a little bit of truth. So when I asked her, did she say no, and did she stop? And the Freudian slip comes out. Yes, she stopped. Well, then as soon as that wasn't the answer, then it changed it to 3 times. Just like when we talked about the box battle, and the Freudian slip came out. Oh, you and Tish called me wanting to do something special for Christina. Called her out on it. No, that's not what I said. A liar is going to slip up. You just got to wait and listen for it.
Wait. Listen.
But the fact that I had cameras in my house was because when I got back from Wisconsin, somebody had come in here, the ex-psycho, and stole everything.
Heather, you're really muffled, friend. It's hard to hear you.
All right, can you hear me?
Yes.
But the only reason I had cameras in my house is because a psycho that was obsessed with me had broken into my house while I was in Wisconsin and took all my stuff out of my house. That's the only reason that I even had cameras in my house.
Girl, if you wanted to have 72 cameras in your motherfucking house, it's your house. She can't dictate. She can't dictate what the fuck you have in your house. That's your house. She is a guest. Like, she needs to be humble. That ain't her shit. She wants to pick out. If she wants to pick out a motherfucking couch and she wants to decorate how she wants to, that's her couch. She can do what she wants. You don't want to have 72 cameras. You can have 72 cameras. Tish knows I have like 10 cameras. She knows that. She don't tell me what to do with my cameras. I don't have one in our bedroom because that would be weird. But
well, I don't have one in my room either, and that's where she slept most of the time. So
right.
I didn't see her on camera anyways.
You know why she don't want cameras?
House,
she don't want cameras because she don't want you to hear the phone calls that she has behind your back.
Right.
She don't want that to happen.
That part.
That part.
Like somebody want to try to get off of that pussy ass cougar pop. I should smash it like somebody want to get that pissy shit.
Okay, I just wanted to make sure we cleared Heather. Thanks for the box, Hot Blooded, and I wanted to make sure everybody was educated on diabetes.
You're welcome.
Thanks. Love you, sweet.
All right, I'm jumping out of here too because it was just too much for me, and my health cannot allow my blood pressure to get up.
Well, I'm sorry for blocking you out of my girlfriend's live. I was going off of what I was told by 2 people, but I will go in and unblock you. Baby, can you unblock her?
Look, I blocked Heather too. I had to go back and unblock her.
I know. I was kind of.
Yeah, me and Heather friends.
Okay, good. Because I blocked. Well, it's one of your accounts she's blocked because I went and blocked her when she came in.
I'm trying to
Well,
figure out why somebody would gift themselves $200 in a box battle. Like, was it that serious, KP, that you had to gift yourself $200, dog, just to win against me, just to see my like?
But
Come
see,
on now, that's crazy.
cool. She was cool with you though.
Yeah, we were cool at the time. So like that's crazy. You literally,
yeah.
And
that's
it, and it,
crazy.
and it talks shit about you behind the scenes.
But I want to be like you. I bet I.
Well, T. Bailey told you not to leave yet, but I'm sorry for blogging you. I went off of what someone else told me.
Hey.
And I shouldn't have done that.
Wait, who is Southern Liz? Let me
That's Jess. Sarah and
that
Jess.
is. Hey, Jess. Hold on, Jess. I'll let you out
Oh
next.
shit.
Oh, wait.
Heather
There's
done got
a
out.
You went out?
Heather done got out. I was just coming in here to say this.
Let me let Jess.
This is fixing to be. Fuck that bitch. I just want to say this. When Heather came to my house, the whole fucking Tyrone shit was a joke because that night, Heather had on Tyrone and was using it like a helicopter and fucking laughing about it because KP was fucking taking it. So don't fucking sit here and accuse this shit. And that's why we was fucking making fun of it.
That's why she likes men. She's not a true lesbian. She likes
That's
them.
where the whole fucking Tyrone shit come from. And then she had automatically, they didn't want to tell her what you're talking about her. Well, I wasn't aware we were, but this is what we were talking about.
Hi, Jesse.
You got Trixie
Hello,
tendencies.
Jess. I'm glad you made it to my drama fest.
Welcome. I just came in to tell Heather, no, I'm not pissed at you because, you know, when my wife cheated on me, at least, you know, people were letting me know.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
So,
Have you been unleashed? Did you been unleashed? Fuck. Okay. Well, I'm gonna mute. Go ahead. Unleash.
What the fuck happened? Oh my god, I'm fucking muting.
so, between the bullshit that I've been told back and forth and everything like that, I'm just going to say it how it is. I don't give a flying fuck about you, your drama, your bullshit, your lies, your this and that. Get a fucking life. For the love of fucking God, if you put this much energy into your son, to your sobriety, and into getting a fucking career, you should be a doctor by now.
Amen.
What I will say is everybody, you know, I've had like 5 different people come to me today saying, oh, you know, I won't say anything about you because this and this and this and this. And oh, it was Sarah. And then, what? You all don't want to talk shit about me because I'm fucking grown? Grow the fuck up, stop your dumb shit, and act like a fucking adult.
I don't know you to say anything about you. The only thing I know is you carry somebody's cell phone on your plan. That's all I know. I don't know nothing else.
No, I am a pull-up bitch. I ain't gonna do this fucking shit sitting here talking all this mad shit on the goddamn, on fucking this drama, that drama, this one said this one did this one. I'm gonna pull up. I'm gonna bust your ass, whether it be in a grocery store or a car wash or in your own fucking house.
Somebody was supposed to show up today. It is Thursday, right? My daughter had to call and check on me to make sure I was still safe.
I am so fucking sick of
We
it.
need you to mark yourself safe from KP now, HB.
Hey, just a disclaimer. This is Sarah Taco Express's wife. Just a disclaimer.
No, I'm Jesse.
Oh, my bad.
And Sarah is my wife.
Not Jessa. Jesus Christ! I pulled a Tish.
No, there's no trailer park associated.
I
to my
pulled a
fucking
Tish.
name.
I pulled a Tish and got it twisted. This is Jess. Sarah Taco Express's wife.
Annie, just take a deep breath and mute yourself. I got this.
That is already. You're fucked.
I could give a shit less. Reddit, fucking dig it, YouTube it, fucking Skype it. I don't fucking bring back MySpace.
Yes, that was.
Wait, Jess, you were in Florida. Jess, when I was at your house, bitch, when I got to Florida and KP was there on the DV thing and we went and got the other Airbnb. Do you remember
Yes,
that?
because when the pew pew was pulled and waved through in a fucking neighborhood in my town, and it was posted on neighborhood watch websites, yeah, I got the phone call to come save her ass again.
Thank you.
Damn it.
Do you remember
that's right
how
in
she
Florida,
was acting?
Chase.
Do you remember Sarah being on live and asking her like when she started liking me and all that, and I said, no friend zone you? Do you remember all those lives?
Oh no.
I have them. It's fine.
Not
I'm
gonna
gonna
imply
play them.
that I
I'm gonna
gave
play them
two
in my
shits.
own.
Like, I'll
But
be
wasn't
honest.
she
I couldn't
supposed
keep
to?
up with who she liked, who she slept with, who she didn't, who she
But do
did.
you remember when? Do you
7
remember
times
when?
ago?
Right, but do you remember when she left and went to Maine, right? And then she was supposed to come back down and meet Toxic at your house. Do you remember that?
No.
No.
I'll be honest with you, girl. I
So
don't.
you got
It's
it,
okay.
man. You got it twisted. So when Toxic was going to come down here for Girls in Wonderland, she was going to go and see Jess and Sarah. KP tried to say she was going to come down here too with Bex, but they never met up.
Right.
Toxic and KP never came to Sarah and Jess's.
No.
I think the following
I
weekend.
know they didn't come, but I'm
and
telling you,
Brittany came.
once I'm
She
telling
was at the
you,
Airbnb at that
I
time.
was right, but this was after all that. She left. She went to Maine, okay, and then she went back to Wisco. I took her to Wisco.
Yes.
She told me that she was supposed to be meeting Toxic at Sarah and Jesse's house. I'm telling
That
you.
was not true.
Right.
was-
So
If
so
that was organized, they didn't even clear it with the homeowners.
yeah. So KP and Toxic weren't together, but they were talking on the back end
Correct.
when she got to Wisco. Yes, and then KP ended up switching out on Toxic and going with a different.
You can have a box, KP.
Scooter.
Don't keep texting my phone.
Correct.
Right. But now, as far as
Keep
them
texting my
ever,
phone.
as far as them meeting up at Sarah and Jess's, the only time was when Toxic was going to come by during Girls in Wonderland in Orlando, not Orlando, in St. Pete, not Orlando. And that was because I know this because the next weekend, me and Brittany went over to Sarah and Jess's and we had sausage and potatoes.
Not
Everything else.
Tyrone. Y'all had
God
Tyrone.
damn, Danny.
No, I-
Forensic files.
No, I have a
Mustard
good
and
memory.
Salads and we sat at the table playing board games
Yes.
and making fun of each other.
Yes.
Being dark, twisted, sick bitches that we are.
And
It's
that's
fine.
when me and you first started dating, baby. Because I think we brought you up too.
Hold on, y'all. KP, stop texting my phone and get in a box.
Hold on, I'm flirting with Leah, trying to get some food, bitch.
That's when me and Tish first started dating because we talked about Patricia at the table too. So me and Brittany came by your house for sausage and potatoes, and then I think there was also like you gave her something else. Anyways,
Girl, sausage and potatoes. What the fuck are you talking about?
you made the andouille sausage and potatoes. You made me andouille sausage and potatoes. Or no, that was when I came by.
Jambalaya. Y'all were
that's
eating rice.
No,
and
it wasn't jambalaya. There was no rice. It was
that's
sausage
what
and
Brittany
potatoes.
was eating.
Okay, so I'm thinking of a different time I came to your house. I had sausage and potatoes, but me and Brittany came to your house the weekend after. So now the Airbnb before Wisco, Toxic was never supposed to be at that Airbnb because we were all on a phone call,
Correct.
and the news was broke. The news was broke to Toxic before we got to her. That before we
I was there. I know. KP
Yes.
was in the room crying, talking to Toxic, and
Yes.
then she fucking talked so much shit about Toxic, and I was like, why in the fuck are you crying over her then? I know all of that. I'm saying this was way after that,
First
bro.
of all,
This
can
was
you guys
when I
quit
went and
talking
got her
about
from
nothing
Wisco.
that you don't know anything about? Just
Bitch,
stop
I was
for a
there.
second.
I was there.
Yes,
so I'm talking
Oh
about
my
what I was
God,
there
you got
for.
some nerve.
You
I'm
were
talking about
there,
what I
but
was there
listen,
for.
hear me
Can we
out.
just hold on before we even
Oh
go
my
into this? Can
God,
we just
man,
state
just
why I
stop for
owe
a
you
fucking second because I have shit to
$4,500?
do.
Why do
Just
I
stop.
owe you
Shut up.
$4,500?
Nobody's talking to you. I'm not talking about
Bitch,
that.
exactly.
Anyways,
Because I don't owe you shit. Because you
Toxic.
didn't think I was
You
going to
show
come
how
here
to
and
pick
say
a bitch,
it.
B.
Toxic and I have
Rummage my
never had
$2,500
plans.
and shut the fuck
Can you
up.
shut up? Toxic and I
No.
had never had plans to meet at
You
Jesse's
shut
or
up, you
Sarah's
trick
house
ass Russell.
ever.
Tell her to
Never
shut up, you
once.
weak ass bitch.
Never once. We never had plans to meet there. Toxic wasn't even supposed to be at my Airbnb whatsoever. Akila's the one that brought her. Toxic was actually pissed that she showed up because that's when I was with Beelan. Long story short, it didn't turn out good. I don't know why the fuck all you guys keep sitting
Bitch,
here
you were
bringing up
already
shit.
on the phone with Toxic when I picked you up from B-Lens. Stop
That
lying.
is way after fucking what we're talking about, okay? So this is before
Girl, you
I
still
got to
had
be
B-Lens thinking
Lens.
that you were
This
together
is
and she was
before
coming
I
and
got
getting
to
you
be
from
Lens because
Wisco
you're
when you were
talking
moving
about
to Maine.
you're talking about Girls in Wonderland, okay? So before Girls in Wonderland, I had the Airbnb, Nan. Remember, I had Airbnb at Jesse. Actually,
No, she's talking about after Girls in
Actually,
Wonderland.
since everybody wants to say that the DV victim was false, Jesse, did you or did you not have to fucking jump in your truck and come pick me up because the bitch pulled a GUN out on me or no?
That's what I just said. And it
But
was
that's
waving
hold
around
on.
and
But
it was
that's
on
not the
the
girl
Airbnb
that
website.
DV'd you.
Yeah.
That's not the girl. That's
It
so
wasn't
you guys.
against me.
Yeah.
It was
So
her
but
and
you
her
already raised the
ex.
money before that day.
I raised the money for her to get out of state.
So
It
you and
wasn't
her
against
left.
me.
Yeah, you already raised the money. Then you went down to Florida with the DV money, and then she
Yes.
went back home, and you had leftover
She
DV
left
money, and you
me.
got an
She
Airbnb in
left
Orlando.
me there. She
Right, and then
left
you
me
used the rest of the
there.
money and got an Airbnb in Orlando.
She left me
Are these
there.
calendar years or lesbian light years? I'm trying to catch up because you lesbians move really fucking fast.
I raised the money to get her out of
comment.
Wisco, out of Oshkosh. That's where
I
we
feel
were.
like 2 days equals like a year to some people. I'm just trying to
Okay,
figure out the
can
time.
I just say this so I can get the fuck out of here?
Well,
Because
we're
this is
just
crazy.
I just want to know why you're taking Tyrone and other people around, and you're supposed to be the mass lesbian.
I've never even fucking taken Tyrone, so what the fuck are you talking about?
Unreal.
Anyways.
So we're
Okay,
you
I'm not
raised
even
the
gonna
DV
fucking do this if this is gonna be the thing. So long story
You
short,
asked me to
the
borrow
DV
the money long
situation was
after
not
I
fake.
left. Long
It was
after
the
I
same.
left Florida.
It was around the
Do
same
you need to see the
time.
text date that you
Okay.
asked me to borrow the
You know what?
$1,000? It was
Nikki,
long after
why
You know
can't
what?
anyone
You know
ever
what?
ask you a
Whenever
question
you
and
guys
finish the
want to have a
question?
conversation, talk to me when Nan's not in the fucking box.
Oh,
and
no,
we
we're
can
not
have a
doing that.
Hold on,
conversation.
I'll boot Nan. Hold on, Nan. I'll boot
I'm
you.
not doing this bullshit.
Okay, we'll listen. We'll listen.
Okay.
All
So
eyes
hear
on
me out.
KP. Everybody hush and listen to my friend KP.
We're gonna
I'm
listen.
not your friend, but
You're
can
gonna
we-
be by the end of this show.
Sure, whatever. Anyways, okay. Toxic and I never had plans to meet at Jesse or Sarah's house ever. Not one time. Never once. Confirm nor deny, Jesse.
Confirmed.
Not to my knowledge.
And not to my knowledge either. Okay. There was a DV situation of a girl that I dated. Her name was Brittany, and it's not B. Lynn, okay? Her name was Brittany. This is way beforehand. That's what put me into Florida. When I got to Florida,
Hold on, let's correct that though. An alleged DV situation.
no, because you can look up the 911 call of the man knocking. So she was gone. You can look up the 911 call. Had to put, not only did I have my son, but I had her children home too. I had to call 911 because like he was trying to break into the home. You can look up the call. If you would like, I can look up the address, give you the address, and I don't know the dates, but I'm sure because I don't delete anything, I can give you that. So then
Did
you
he
can
break in, KP? Was he able to get in the house?
He was trying to break in. I was on the phone with 911. I explained to them. They said, "Can you put the kids anywhere?" I said, "I have them
And
upstairs."
so they labeled that as a DV because he was knocking.
No, they labeled it as a DV because they already had past history where he's already beat her before and prior, and there was a no contact.
But then when she was with you, she was putting her hands and pulling the GUN on you.
Say that again.
Maybe she was the problem.
No, can you say that again? Because I didn't hear you. I'm sorry.
But she obviously was the aggressor because then she was
Okay, so
you and pulled the GUN on
So
you.
what you're getting at? So I raised money on TikTok to get her out of the state. I actually called my biological mother, who everybody knows I can't stand, and I contemplated: do I leave my son with my mom or do I take him with me to Florida? I don't know what to do in this situation because am I going to take him with me in a situation that could potentially be harmful, or do I leave him with somebody that I don't fucking trust? I went with my best knowledge. I took my child. he was with me. I don't give a fuck. No questions asked. I wasn't leaving my son. The only time in my life I ever slept with like a pew pew under my pillow was during that time. We stayed at an Airbnb in which, yes, she threw a cop fit and put hands on me and tried to leave, to
Did you
which
call
the
the
neighbors
police?
came out.
Did you call the
The,
police?
well, the neighbors did. The
Oh,
neighbors called the police. They came out because she pulled a pew pew on me.
did you?
It was bad. It's not even a joke. Ask Jesse. I called Jesse and Sarah, and I was like, holy fuck, what the fuck do I do? My child's here. I don't even know. And I'm now stuck in Florida because I came with her. There was nothing of meeting up with anybody. I didn't even know GIW was going on. So I went from one Airbnb and said, fuck it. You know what? I'm going to go to another Airbnb. When I went to another Airbnb, that's when Nan came about. So Nan came to the second Airbnb. So Nan was there for about 3 or 4 days, which is fine. Nobody cares. This is why I talk shit, and I'm like, okay,
Did Nan come to
whatever.
rescue you, or did she just come to hang out?
Well, I feel like Nan plays Captain Save-A-Ho, and this is just me not being an ignorant asshole. It's
You
just like,
called her.
I did call Nan, but I called Jesse, I called Sarah, I called Nan, I called anybody and everybody
You called for
because
her to come save you.
I called every single person I fucking knew based on the situation. And you can ask Jesse, who's in this box.
You called her.
Jesse
You called her
fucking
to come
left
get
her
you,
house.
and then Brittany talked you into staying for
Jesse,
Girls in Wonderland when she was coming down.
Jesse, did
I
Nan
was
and
on
I
that
not
call.
come to yours and Sarah's house together?
I don't remember. No, I came and got you, brought you to my house.
No,
We had
before
a
that,
day,
before
you
we
up
went to
from
the
that stuff.
second Airbnb, did Nan not bring me to your fucking house?
No.
Yes, she
You
did.
up from
No,
Jesse's
you
and
had
took
one
you.
Airbnb and you left that, and then you went to the second Airbnb, and that's when the pew pew.
Nan came to your
The third
house.
Airbnb was in Orlando.
I didn't have 3. I only had 2. I have the receipts.
You
for
had
2.
2 here next to me because
No,
you
I
got
had
kicked out of the
one.
first one because the girl's
The
kids
kids.
destroyed it.
Yeah, because of the
The
kids.
kid,
Some
yeah,
of the
there was a
land.
hole behind the chair. You're correct. I had to
I'm
pay
like,
for
the
that.
second
And then
Airbnb
the
is
second
where,
one was the 3-story one that you picked me
yes,
up from.
yes,
So in
that's the one that
between
Nan
that,
came to.
that's the one that Nan
A
brought me to.
3-story.
That's the one that Nan brought me to. So in between that, so Nan picked me up from the first one, took me to your house. We went and got another Airbnb in which I paid for. And then that's the one that you picked me up from, was the second one. I never had 3. I didn't go to Orlando. I only went to 2.
You went to
Because
Orlando with Girls in Wonderland. That's where
I
you
didn't go to
met
Girls in
Brittany.
Wonderland.
Well,
No,
you
they
went.
were
You had
all
an Airbnb.
with people.
You had
at
an
Girls in-
Airbnb
It was
5
in
minutes
it was
away
in
from the Girls in Wonderland. And the
Montgomery
reason
or
why you got that Airbnb 5 minutes away from the GIW
I didn't even
was
know
so
GIW was
Brittany.
going
That's a
on.
lie. So because Brittany was coming down here for GIW because she
I
is a
wasn't even
content creator,
supposed to
she had a
meet Brittany.
Jesus, you get so mad when I interrupt you, and now look at you interrupting me. You're being rude.
Danny, I wasn't
You're
supposed to
being
meet
rude.
Brittany.
Can
It
I
just
finish?
happened that way.
You're being rude. Can I finish?
That's why she moved from the second one to
Thank
there.
you. So I was on the phone call with
Okay,
all
well I
of
can
you.
show receipts.
You're
But
being
whatever.
rude. Thank you. So when Brittany was coming down here for GIW, she is a content creator. She had a contract. She had to be at so many events. That's
Correct.
why you decided to get the Airbnb 5 minutes away from the
That's a lie.
GIW location. No, it is not. And Brittany Lynn and Cheryl stayed at your Airbnb. Me and the Blairs stayed at the hotel of GIW. And that's why you got that Airbnb, because Nan was going
And
to
I
come
made
pick you
all
up.
the videos
You're
with
being
you
rude.
guys.
You're being rude.
They're
So
still
Nan,
posted.
you're being rude. So
They're still posted.
Nan was coming down here to pick you up. Brittany Lynn and you started talking, or were talking. Brittany Lynn talked you into staying for GIW since she was coming down here. And we had a whole discussion about Nan's already on her way here. She bought the plane ticket, and about her going back home and Brittany driving.
How was she
you
on her
home.
way here when
You're
she was
being
already at the
rude.
second the other Airbnb?
You're being rude.
So answer that. How
You're
was
being
she on her
rude.
way here when she was already
You're
at the
being-
other
you're
Airbnb?
You're being rude. I said, Nan, you had Nan come down here to come get you, to bring you back to Wisco, and then plans changed because you wanted to hang out with Brittany Lynn and everybody at GIW.
I didn't go to
hold on,
GIW.
pause.
I don't ever
Pause.
go to GIW. I've never gone
You
to
had a
GIW.
house 5 minutes away from GIW. When we say GIW, we're talking the reference of time and location, not the actual event. So you had an Airbnb 5 minutes
Well, then
away.
maybe it's my bad because I still
GIW.
don't know where the fuck GIW is.
Okay, it's 5 minutes away from where you got your Airbnb because you want to be close to it.
Is that the one
Brittany was
you
a
were
contracted influence.
Is that the
the
one
one
you
I
were
was
at?
at.
Where we sat
That was
outside?
the
Yes,
one I
yes, you got that one specifically because it was
Okay,
in location
so
of
I got
GIW.
that one with Nan. Nan drove that. That's an hour away from Jesse and Sarah's house.
Right, but you got that location specifically because of how the proximity of GIW.
No, I didn't.
Yes, you.
I got it because of the price. I
No,
paid for the whole
and because
thing.
of who was coming.
Because Brittany was coming to stay with you.
Brittany had a whole hotel with the
Yes,
Blairs.
and then she changed it to stay with you, and me and the Blair stay at the hotel.
But
Because
Brittany had a
they
whole
told
hotel
me
to
they
stay
were
with.
Yes,
coming,
but
and
then
got there
because
like
you and her
4:30
decided to
in
play
the
rock,
morning.
paper, scissors, she stayed at the hotel. She stayed at the Airbnb.
That
with
is
you,
not my
and me and the
problem.
Blairs.
What's up with
Me
Kane
and the
Brown,
Blairs
though,
stayed at
dog?
GIW.
That is not my problem. She had a whole place to stay. That's not my problem. She
You.
was supposed to stay with the Blairs. She ended up at
No,
my
she was never supposed to stay
Airbnb.
with the Blairs. She was supposed to. The
She
Blairs were
also
always
paid
staying
for
with
the
me.
Blair's fucking
What
hotel.
the fuck
The
does
Blairs
this have to
did.
do with anything?
Right, me and the
Right,
Blairs
thank
weren't
you.
even going to come
Thank
until
you.
she was like, "Well, I'm gonna stay with KP now." And I
I
have a
don't know
hotel
why
room
we're
for you and
talking
the
about
Blairs want
shit
to
from
come.
fucking
Jesus,
4 years
Prime and
ago.
Italy. Did you fucking
Let's
take
stay
your
on Kane
backpack
Brown.
and go explain it to Dora too?
Anyways,
For real.
where we're
Fucking
landing,
sense.
where we're
For
landing the
real.
plane was you talk about Nan owing you money for these Airbnbs, but you use the
Well, Nan
DV
keeps
money.
talking about
You're
me
being
owing her money.
rude. You
You're
talk
always
about
fucking
Nan.
rude.
You're being rude. You talk about
Millennials.
Nan. You talk about Nan owing you money because of the Airbnb, but you didn't even pay for the Airbnb because you used the DV money for the Airbnb.
That's a lie.
You used the DV money to come down here to Florida, KP.
For the
You got
first
called out on
Airbnb,
it.
you did look it
You
up.
got
Look
called
what
out
was
on it.
raised.
You got called out on it by multiple
There was
people because why
$5,000
do
raised
you
for
have
the
to
first.
evacuate a DV situation in
There was
Wisco
five
and travel
grand
all the way down to
raised.
Florida and have a vacation? Leaving a DV situation does not equal a vacation, and that's what you got
Let me
called out
throw
on.
myself under the bus right now, and I hope you're paying attention. This is back in the
I'm
day
recording.
when I hope you are recording, and I hope you replay it.
Yeah,
Okay?
Kane Brown recorded your ass too.
I don't give a fuck. I hope you're recording.
I am.
So there was $5 grand
Wait.
raised for the DV
KP,
situation.
KP, do I have your permission to post you on my YouTube?
My fucking kids know you're gonna post it anyways. Who gives a fuck?
Is that a yes?
You're going to post it regardless.
I need consent.
Nope, you don't have my consent. You're
You
gonna
already
post it.
said yes. We
Shut
already
up.
got it in a
Anyways, it
screenshot.
doesn't matter. You're gonna
Well, then
fucking
we
post it.
can't
Who cares?
replay it. Darn it.
Anyways,
Who's
Fuck
recording?
HB.
Anyways, there was $5 grand raised for the DV situation, which when I came to Florida, I got a whole week at an Airbnb, which I can show the receipts for. Okay? I went live, and I talked about what was going on and this and that. I raised money. I had enough money to get another fucking Airbnb. When I was left, you're right, I did have 3. I'm correcting myself. I was wrong. I apologize. I did have 3 because the second one I went to, that's not the one that's not the one Jesse picked me up from. That's the one.
Is the one where I played Camp and Save a Ho on the fucking bay.
So did you get
That's
money?
where you fucking rolled up like a bat out of hell in your fucking truck, took me to your house, and Nan met us there, and then Nan drove me an hour. But
Because you knew that other people was coming, so you wanted to.
You used the money that you got for DV to relocate to go on a vacation? That's what
No,
they're
she
saying?
had a job, so she had
it
a
wasn't a
savings.
fucking vacation.
I'm
I'm
asking.
not lying.
KP, I'm being
So
nosy. I have no
what
clue.
was the reason?
It
for
was
coming
a
to
whole
Florida?
ass DV situation. You guys can look up the
But why come all the way
911
to
call.
Florida? Why not stay in like a different
I
county
went to the
in
farthest
Wisco?
fucking part that I fucking could, and I didn't choose it. She did. I have all of them
So
too.
there's
If you'd
no
like
ties
them,
to Florida,
Danny.
no family, no job, no nothing.
Nothing. I don't care where we went. I just wanted to get her out.
Wouldn't you think it'd be more financially responsible to just maybe drive like an hour away?
You raised
Danny,
5,000. It was
why
5,000.
are you asking me 4 years later, and why did you not have a problem with it when you stayed at my Airbnb
We
that
did
you
have
didn't have to
questions.
pay
I
for?
questioned you at the
Danny, you owe
Airbnb,
her money
and I
too.
didn't stay at the Airbnb. I came and
But
hung
you
out
did,
party.
because that's where we
Well, I
sat
came.
outside and had our
Yeah, I
first
had some
heart-to-heart
drinks, and
conversation.
I swam
Yes,
in
you
the
did.
pool. We had a good time, but it wasn't my Airbnb.
How much was raised, Danny? 5,000.
I don't know how much was raised, but I did have questions when I came to the Airbnb and I asked
KP, how much
this
was
question.
raised? Do you know?
I'm assuming it was close to $5,000. I don't.
Nan
fucking
says
know.
it was more.
Nan, well, I don't. Nan's not a credible fucking source, so nobody cares.
You're not really that credible
Oh,
either.
you are.
Oh
You
well, all right.
You're a credible source.
Well, I
dog.
just proved both of y'all to be
So,
liars.
Oh, you
KP,
did?
did that girl lie about the DV or
So
no?
when I
Baby,
found
when
out,
did you
so
get
when
proved?
she
I don't
left,
remember it.
when she left Florida
Huh.
after pulling the pew pew, and Jesse, correct me if I'm wrong. She pulled the pew pew, yada yada. Jesse picked me up, whatever. When she got back to her house, I want to say it was like maybe 2-3 months later, she actually ended up with this guy who was the father of her youngest child. So I don't know if it was a setup or not, but everything that I had at her house was stolen and taken and cut out with the clippers.
So you don't believe that she was DV?
Do I fully believe? I honestly, the day of, absolutely. I actually hid the fucking kids upstairs, and I honestly thought for sure, absolutely.
So during
After
that,
Florida,
Dan's fighting
Florida,
$25
I
on
questioned it based on her reactions and what happened in Florida. I feel like she could have been the instigator in it, but do I know for sure? I don't. Do
I have
I
a
know that
question.
he was beating on the door and trying to get in, and I was on 911? I do know that.
I have a
You guys
question.
can
So
all
you
look
guys
that up.
you guys came down in that girl's car, and then the girl left and came back to Wisco and left you in Florida, and then Nan was supposed to come get you to bring you back to Wisco, right?
No, they came down in a rental van.
We came down in a
But
rental.
the girl left her there.
Yes,
So you had to have someone come pick you up.
correct.
So that was
What's the
Nan that
problem?
came. No, Nan came. So I'm just trying to figure out where Nan owes you money
Nan
from
wasn't
this
the
trip.
only one I contacted.
But I'm trying to figure out where Nan owes you money for this Florida situation.
Listen, it's not even just that, Danny. Could you just quit talking about fucking Nan? Fuck Nan. Why do you guys
No,
keep
Nan's
trying to
my
put
friend.
Nan in
Nan's
my
my friend. The
life?
same way that I used to defend you, I defend her. So tough.
Same reason why I sat with
Yeah, I got
Nan
your
and Sarah
back.
and
If
Jesse's house
Nan,
and they said, fuck this
if
bitch.
Nan owes you money,
What?
KP, I got your back. How much she owe you? We gonna get
It
it back.
doesn't fucking matter. I don't give
It
a
matters
fuck.
to me. It
The
matters to me.
$1,000 that she wants, I literally said out loud,
So how
yo,
much
this
does she?
paying
How much does she
self-rent,
owe you for the
rewriting it.
Airbnb?
But
I'll
why
send her.
does
Train, which one? Because
Whatever.
I
How
got
much
every
she
time
owes?
that you've gone to Airbnb with her, it's to come pick you up?
that's a lie.
When have you gone to Airbnb that was supposed to be just for you guys hanging out?
When I left Sarah and Jesse's
$2,500.
house, we went to a whole nother Airbnb and
No,
stayed
she
for a
came
week.
down to Florida to come pick you
Nope.
up.
Yes, and then she decided to stay for GIW. I did not.
Your plans changed, so why should she have to pay when she's coming down here to pick you up?
This is why she left, and ask HB. She left with everything. Remember when people raised money, when Nan went live and she raised money to get my child some toys for the Airbnb?
Yeah.
And then Nan got kicked out and Nan left with my child's fucking
She
toys.
kept the Nerf
And then I had to
gun.
text
I
fucking
remember.
Nan.
I remember.
And then I
that.
had to text Nan, and Nan said, oh, I didn't mean to. I'll bring them back. And I said, go fuck yourself. And HB actually was like, fuck you, I'm leaving if she's here.
KP, you're echoing a little bit, friend.
I don't know why.
So, but I keep
that?
going back.
What is that?
If Nan came all the way from Florida to pick you up out of a situation that you put yourself into, why does she have to pay for that?
Go ahead. What is that, HB?
Somebody you owe that money to?
Who do I owe money to?
Nan, they said
God
Nan.
damn, 1,200. Is that 1,200?
Be well. 1,200. Be well. Who do I owe
Okay,
money
big
to?
bowler. I ain't mad at you.
So, but
Who
like
do
I
I owe
said,
money to?
but why
Nan,
would why
HB?
Dad's coming to pick you up to get you out of a situation that you put yourself into. Why does she have to pay for that?
Why are we talking about shit from like 3-4 years ago
because
when I
it
could
was
bring
brought
up
up.
all your guys' shit and I'm not?
Because it was brought up and
I'm new.
Oh,
I'm new.
well, it's
KP,
brought
I'm
up because
new.
I got 19 people coming against me at one time.
Wait. Let me speak for a
I
And
second.
ain't nobody want to
say
tell
to
the
me.
fucking truth, and I'm the only one sitting
KP's
here
turn.
by myself defending it against everybody
That's the consequences of your actions or lack of
because I
action.
don't have nothing to hide. But you
Wait.
guys
Well, you
blocked
do.
me, muted me, and kicked me out.
Yeah, you kicked me out of your live when I showed the receipt.
All right,
so
I'm out. I'm done.
Wait,
So,
I want to answer your
Yeah,
I'm
question.
K
listening to
Brown
Hot
done with
Blooded,
you
then
too,
I'm
boy.
out. I'm listening to Hot Blooded, then I'm out.
Yeah, K Brown done with your ass too.
Nobody
You
cares.
have
sis.
brought everybody into this from back, even a year and a half ago.
No, you brought everybody into it. You reached out.
I
to
did. You just said today.
You reached out to everybody you
Becca
talk
and
shit
all
on.
them want to
HB.
show all this.
You
You're
reached out
selling.
to everybody that you have trashed and talked
You didn't
shit
reach out
on,
to me.
and everybody else.
you
You
reached
didn't
out
reach
to
out.
me.
You didn't reach out to me.
Okay, well, Train, you
I haven't reached out
weren't
to
a part of
anybody.
our side of TikTok, and
Yeah, I know
Danny,
that.
it wasn't you.
So
But
you
she
want to be
did.
friends yet, KP?
No, I don't want to be friends, Train.
Maybe
Yeah,
tomorrow.
you
Reached out to
and
anybody. They've
KP.
all
I
come
wasn't
to
even
me.
saying anything about you, and you brought me, my daughter, and my baby daddy into it.
Did you not just see my live?
No, I don't watch you.
Oh well, you should have, because Tish was in there.
I got recorded. Can I post it, KP?
Yeah, post it. I don't give a
Okay.
fuck.
Okay,
When
just
did
so
I
I can
put my
post
hands
it.
on
Yeah, I'm
Danny,
gonna post
You
it.
can
No,
post
I
it.
didn't.
Oh,
Post it because that's when.
Actually, KP, you're being hold on, KP. When I was
Here
in
you
those
go.
boxes and everyone was telling stories, I said I don't have any stories to tell about you because I'm not that type of bitch. And then when people were talking about calling CPS on you, I
Oh,
said,
you mean like Nan,
hold on,
like she did
you're being
already?
rude. You're being rude.
Oh,
When people were,
sorry.
when people were talking about calling, when people were talking about calling CPS on you,
It's so funny to you guys, right?
that's my
Till it
daughter
happens to
laughing.
you.
Please don't say anything about my daughter laughing.
Well, I see HB's
Well,
face,
that's
so sorry
that's my
about it.
that's my daughter
Me
laughing.
and Train got something else going on.
Okay,
Huh? Don't worry about me.
So what I said was, when they were talking about calling CPS on you, what I said was, I've never seen Bubs not be happy, healthy, and loved, and there's always someone sober in the house with you. Now, that's not their responsibility, but he's always well protected. And then I also said, make sure you're right with Jesus before you call CPS maliciously to try to hurt KP, because it doesn't
Can
hurt
you
KP.
tell that to Nan?
You're being rude. You're hurting
I'm
Bubs.
asking you.
No, I've told everybody that was in that live listening to me. I said in front of God and everybody.
Okay,
and then
well,
not even 5 minutes later, KP, you sat there. You said,
There you go,
Danny,
saying
went
my
talk-
name again.
You said, Danny, you went talking about my fucking son, bitch. What about your daughter?
Because
And
can
started
I
talking
tell
about
you
my
something?
daughter
Can I tell you something?
No, because you're being rude. I'm gonna finish. And
Oh
you
my
said, yeah, and then you said, "Fuck you, Danny, you bitch," and you started talking about my daughter. So yes, I was sitting in the boxes, but I wasn't talking bad about you. I was actually talking semi-positive about you. And I
Which is
never
hard
say
to
anything
do.
about Bubs ever.
And
you
I
still
tried to
proceeded to talk about my
apologize.
daughter. But you see why I didn't want to accept your apology, KP, is because 5 seconds before you got the big box to make your apology as loud as your disrespect.
My apology
you
is not to
continue
be
lie.
friends
You
with you.
continue
My
to lie
apology
on my
is to take
daughter. But you
accountability for
continue
what
to
I
lie.
said in the mix of
Wait
the
now,
But you
emotions in which I
continue
was
to
in.
lie on my daughter. My
My
daughter
apology was
begs
not
everybody has said the
Danielle.
same thing, and now you're
Danielle.
even saying that I'm on coke still. And I'm
Danielle.
still waiting for that fucking
My
piss test.
apology was not to be friends. It was to apologize for the mix of emotions of the
right.
state of the mind that I was in. Okay?
Right, I get that.
So
But
it wasn't to
an apology without
apologize.
change is
It
not.
wasn't apologize to get nobody on my side. I don't
Okay.
want anybody
And
on
I
my
don't want to be on your side, and I get that.
I
But an
don't want
apology
nobody
without
on my
change,
side. I told
an
Jesse today on the
apology
phone.
without change is just
Correct me
manipulation.
if I'm
You told
wrong.
Jesse a whole lot today on the
An
phone.
apology
And I
without
did. I
an
did.
apology
Jesse,
without
did
change
or
is
did I not
just
say I want nothing
an
to do with
apology
anybody
without a
from
change
TikTok?
is manipulation, and you're not going to manipulate me. You cannot
I'm not
disrespect my
manipulating you.
daughter.
That's fine.
You cannot disrespect my daughter, and then 5 seconds later try to apologize.
And when did I put my
But
hands on
you're
Danny?
sitting with people. Hear me out. You're
When did I
sitting
put my
with
hands on Danny, KP?
this is what set me off, Danny, is you're sitting with people who spoke on my son. So in my mind frame that night, I fucking lashed
the next
out, and
question.
that's why
Can I
I was
ask what
apologizing.
was
so
about your
KP,
son?
I'm
Can I
gonna take what you said and Uno reverse it. When people were talking that I was being sexually assaulted and Tish was beating me, and you sat with those people, and I said fuck KP.
Did you
should've
not
just ate
call
it
me?
then.
Did you not call me and have
You
the same
should
phone
no, but you
call
should
with me?
just ate it then because you sat
So
with
I was
people.
supposed to be quiet about it?
When did
You
I put
sat
my
with
hands on
people.
Danny?
You sat with people talking
So-
shit about me. So you
Danny,
should've
you
ate it.
called me crying.
When did I put my hands
Oh,
on
I didn't call you
Danny?
crying. I didn't have your
Can I
phone
have a
number. So
second?
you're lying.
That's
Give
a
me
lie.
second.
I didn't have your phone
I
number.
didn't
When did
change
you
my
change
phone
I
Don't
number
answer that
until
question.
April 14th. You called
I
me
have a-
crying.
I have a question. This is directly me and KP. I don't want no bullshit in it.
Go
Okay, I'll
ahead.
mute.
Can I have my vape back, please?
KP,
What's up, Sarah?
the Heather situation. When
Go
I
ahead.
used to call you and tell you she come in my live, she was quiet as fuck. She didn't used to be. And I was
Correct.
like, that's strange. Okay.
And
And
she
so-
kept coming in and we had conversations.
We did. And then there was a conversation. Jesse's right here. She heard it. You called and you said that she was trying to hook up with you in the shower, but she had my live in the bathroom on the fucking counter.
Correct. On the shower, on the counter. Correct.
Okay. So I got to talk to Heather, and I got some, and I also seen some screenshots that she's telling you. You said, and I quote, "Stay the fuck out of her life because all she does is cheat on her wife." That's first of all.
That's a lie.
Secondly,
Those are fixed because no, I didn't. Never said that.
secondly,
Talk to you every day that I was at Heather's house. That's a lie.
right. But I seen the screenshots where you said, and I quote, "I caught you in Sarah's live." She's like, "I know I'm not supposed to be in there." You're like, "Who said that?" She said, "You did." I seen
No.
that screenshot.
I never told her not to go in there. Never told her nothing because you and I talked privately about it, and Heather didn't even know that you and I had conversations on the phone about it.
You're echoing. You recording?
I promise you I'm not.
Recording my live.
Do you want me to fucking move? Do you want me to turn my fucking camera on? Like,
You're echoing. I don't know. You can record what you want. I don't
I'm
care.
not fucking. I got my drink. I got my
I was
vape.
just
I'm
proving a
not
point
fucking.
because that's what you tell everybody in your lives.
Look, no,
When you
listen. Sarah and I talked. We did talk because I actually called Sarah even that weekend that I was trying to green screen of all the bullshit.
Heather said, "If I need a box."
I'm not doing this if Heather's getting in. I'm done.
Well, can you explain why you called and told Tish that I called you and told you I was linking up with
But I
motherfuckers to go
never
get her?
told Tish that you were going and linking up with
So
nobody.
Tish just made that up.
I promise you on my child, I
So
never
Tish,
told
what
Tish.
you're saying is Tish is lying.
Tish is lying. I never told Tish you were linking up with nobody to go against her. Never.
She's not the only one that has said that.
The crazy thing is I had Tish's back above even HB's, Danny's, whoever. I
Because
had.
I was a real
I literally
kid.
have a recording.
Why did you just said that, you little pussy ass pissy pants, bitch?
I had Tish.
I literally have a recording where you said that HB only linked up with Tish to piss you off.
Correct.
And that was not
is
so.
this.
I literally have that.
I did say that.
Here's my question. You're talking about having everybody's back, but your rebuttal today was everybody was talking shit about me to you. Where the fuck did you have my back?
Never.
I did not mind. Hold on a second. I defended you, whether your ass was in rehab, in the fucking dark, and in the light. So where did you have my back? If you let people trash me to you, bitch, I've been around before all these motherfuckers.
But did I let them trash you?
You're the one over there. Oh, Hot Blood was talking so much shit about you to me. Like,
Okay. Did I let them trash you?
I don't know.
The only time I talked shit on you, Sarah, was when it came to the shirts aspect that we had a conversation about. When it came to the pricing. When it came to the pricing.
I did want to show you this because I find it ironic that on September
I love
28th,
that we bring up all this old shit. But go
September
ahead.
28th. Remember when you was pissed
I
off? I
really
was
thought
doing
this was
the
on
Christmas
some
thing,
sort.
right? Because I do the Christmas to help kids in need. I started
Yes,
this.
that is the second time I talked shit, and that was during the
But wait a
hurricane.
second,
So
because
scroll
according now,
Scroll
Right.
up.
so wait a second. No, this is mine. This is mine. So technically,
Well, here,
I
I'll
was
send you the video.
copying you. I No, I got the video. I got the video from
Pete,
everywhere.
come back and pay attention to Sarah.
Oh,
Give
you
her that
got the
fucking
video?
respect because she's been
But
fucking
You
good.
got
to
the
you.
video?
But here's the thing. I got the video, but here's the thing.
Okay.
September 28th is when I talked to my fucking mods about a group chat about Christmas for the kids. Right?
Oh, okay.
So-
How am I supposed to know that?
Okay, listen. So that's when I started the Christmas thing.
Shut up, Lala.
But you were worried about the hurricane because, you know, all that fun stuff, right?
Well, because I was told that you were going live
But how?
and
'Cause
you had
hurricane-
power and you were complaining about your hurricane with power and this and that.
But
Because
as such a great
HB
friend,
was the one. HB was the one that was complaining. Well, Sarah's still on live and she's got power, but I don't have power. We're running off of a fucking generator and this and that. And I told Jesse today on the fucking phone, and I own my shit. I said she's running off a generator in a fucking camper because she went how many fucking days? 17, 18 days without power.
but why
Hot-blooded.
do I have power?
And you were pissed off that Sarah was live on TikTok. So,
But
I'm
the
sure to
hurricane-
fuck, just like I was mad Tish too,
Oh.
right?
hey Sarah,
But the
Sarah,
hurricane didn't hit until October 9th. You were on live October 13th.
Sarah.
So it looks like I came a little bit before you.
Hey, the cool thing is when you don't trust people, you record them. I got you.
Yeah, we got it.
Play it.
Understand that.
I got you.
I would
Play
like
it.
Call me. I got you. Call me.
Piggy, I think Sarah's point is you say
Play
all
it.
these
You can
people
never
are
play
talking
nothing.
shit about her to you. Why do people feel comfortable enough to come to you to talk shit about one of your
HB.
good friends?
You never got mad. You never got mad and was talking shit that Sarah was live on
Why would
during the
HB?
hurricane.
But why would HB feel
Hold on.
comfortable enough
Stop,
to come to
Danielle. This doesn't
you?
have anything to do with you. Just chill out for a
Yes,
second.
it does because I like Sarah and I like
Okay,
HB.
and that's fine. This is between Sarah and HB.
And I done
You
sent
never
Sarah
talked
before
to
them.
me and said, this bitch has power. Why the fuck she on here? She on there trying to raise money and I ain't even got power and she got
No.
power.
KP, will you
No.
play it? I want to hear it. Will you play it?
Maybe you got to warn it, so you're gonna have to go out
I'll
and
send
come
it to
back.
you, Train, so you can post it.
Okay, I want it. Let me have it.
though, because we
Maybe
don't.
you got a warning. You may want to go out and come back. No, I told everybody I felt guilty because I had a fucking whole camper that was powered by a fucking generator. That's like having a home.
But wait a second.
You
This
felt
is
guilty
not
for
what
that,
I
but then
did.
let my
$1,000.
team raise money for you.
But does
for-
anybody remember what I did with the hurricane?
I didn't ask. I did not ask, bitch.
My
I'm
friend
saying you
sent
felt
me
guilty.
money. I sent it back. My friend sent me money. I sent it back. I said I got my own shit.
Right, correct.
Right.
You did.
So then later on, I picked back up the Christmas thing. Because see, here's the thing. I'm a small creator, right? I've shown my fucking receipts of all my fucking tax forms and all the fucking shit.
Hey,
$8,500.
KP, focus. Don't be rude.
Oh, I was talking to
$8,500.
Jessa. I'm sorry.
I know you're being rude. Sarah's talking to you.
Me being a small team,
This has nothing to do with you,
nobody
Danny.
else helps with it. So I start early. And we rock it out for 250 kids. And if that
And
made
that
you
did
mad,
bother me. I'm not gonna lie. That bothered me because
Thank you, but it didn't bother me.
that's a lie about it. And if you scroll up in the text thread, you sent me 2 of Sarah's lives, and that's why I responded.
Sent
the
me
way
to
I did.
live.
HB, you did that?
Scroll up. Yes, you did. I sent the
Who
screen
sent me to
recording.
live?
I sent the screen recording to Jesse.
You see this
Yes,
in
I
my
did.
Look,
words.
I will change phones. I
So
will
if
get
you
on
scroll up,
Pause
and I will scroll our whole fucking
oh
text
my
thread.
god, do I gotta put it on a goddamn green screen?
Just
I
for
gotta
those of
look
you
like
who don't
that.
know geography, if a storm hits Georgia, it's been through Florida first. Back. So, and if it went through North Georgia and then South Carolina and North Carolina, guess what fucking state it went through first?
Texas.
I mean, like, my God. I mean, I understand geography's hard.
As a Floridian, they got hit by the hurricanes too. I was jelly that Sarah had fucking power and I didn't.
Is it clockwise?
Long story
Sarah
short,
has a valid point. You know, like she said, she's like, why are you upset? You didn't even fucking check on us. Did we have
I didn't.
We didn't have a roof. We didn't have AC.
I lived
you
on
wanna
the
know why
phone
we
with
had power?
HB
Because baby,
all
we have
night.
Withlacoochee and the shit's
are-
underground.
You
I
are
checked on
liar.
HB all fucking night. I can prove those messages too. Yes, I
Prove
can.
them. You would
You
not
want to
want
know who checked? You want to know who
You
checked on us?
on and off?
Miss
Yes, I
Danny
was.
right here because she lives here. She lives in the same damn area. She knows what the fuck we were going through. I live a
Danny,
mile from the
Danny,
coast.
I'm
did
a,
I or
I'm a
did I
good, I'm a
not
good
jump
friend.
into your live because you were bringing your grandmother food?
What?
What's her
Remember
grandma
you were bringing your grandma food during the hurricane?
No, my grandma evacuated Milton with me.
You were live saying you were trying to bring like your grandma
Maybe you're
food or
echoing
some
again,
shit.
friend.
That was after I came back from Georgia. That was like weeks after the hurricane.
Okay, then I don't know what the fuck time your time talking about. Yeah. Look,
Is it Pinto time?
go
I think
through
it's-
the screen
Point
recording
is,
I sent
where
you.
there's all this shit talking back and forth behind backs and stuff like that. But ain't a damn, when people were fucking defending you through the fucking nose for shit, ain't a damn one of them said anything.
I owned my
defended us
shit
on
and sent
anything.
you a whole screen recording of it. Scroll up.
Yeah, I went through it. It wasn't a whole lot of shit. It didn't fucking say much of anything. The Hot Blooded sending pictures of fucking food.
Hot Blooded sending pictures of Sarah and everything else shows nothing. That shows that when we had our phone
It
calls,
shows that
like,
y'all were both
about-
talking shit, going back and forth, but there wasn't a whole lot really said.
But that's what best friends do.
I'm like, it's one of those. I don't like what you showed me. But I wouldn't go to war over what you showed me.
All right.
I don't know
Long
what
story
you just
short,
said.
I want nothing to do with anybody in these boxes other than Jesse and Sarah.
Oh no.
Oh, maybe friends, KP.
Oh no.
Can you come
Kimmy,
back?
Kimmy, my heart goes out to you still for your situation. I hate the fact that you had to say that you had to pay for a FaceTime call when
Why didn't I get my shirt? Wait. Why didn't I ever get my shirt?
What?
What? I didn't get a shirt, but Sarah sent a shirt to me.
Who's echoing?
You're echoing.
You are.
Southern, make sure it's not you, baby.
And Kim, don't act like you cared. The only reason why you did care is because I did pay for that phone call, because that's the only time I talked to
Paid
you.
for a phone call for my
I think it is
madre.
Southern, you guys. I'm sorry.
You paid for a phone call for my madre. You ran to Hot Blooded, and then you told Hot Blooded you had to pay $150 for a FaceTime. Nobody made you do that. You did that to raise money for my mother who was dying of cancer.
If
You
y'all
never
cash
have to
at
do
me,
that.
I'll send y'all her
And
phone
not
number.
only did you get one phone call, you got 11. I went back and showed it.
Kim, did I send it to you today? What did I get? One phone call.
That's
Talk
a
to you-
lie. I put them on my green screen.
Well, I don't know what Kim you were calling.
Well,
no, it wasn't me.
it's definitely you. That's a lie.
I got one.
Well, here you go.
As soon as I
That's-
stopped texting you,
You put me in a big box because here you go.
you're muted.
That sucks.
HB, you're muted. Hold on.
Yeah, there was lots of missed calls from me. Lots.
There was, but it starts from front to fucking back.
But you only had one call with her.
That's a lie. We talked multiple times
Show it,
on the
show it,
fucking
show it.
phone.
Show it because you're so fucked up. I don't even want you in my big box.
Yeah, KP, as someone that used to be your friend, and I don't give a fuck anymore, but I kind of care. Like, I want you need to replay this live and look at yourself because this is not.
I don't care.
Oh, but
Danny.
she'll run Lala
You
through
should
mud,
care.
right? And-
You should
Oh, look.
care.
Audio call. Missed call. There's another message. Hold on, that's just one.
Missed call.
Hold on.
Missed call.
Audio call. Audio
Missed
call.
call.
Audio call.
So it'll
Missed
show
call.
that, and then it'll say missed call. So that's
That's
one
a lie.
call.
Hold
Exactly.
That's one
'Cause I
call.
got-
There wasn't a
I've
call.
got
It means
so many of these.
so that's showing that she called you, KP, and
That's
then
on my
and
side.
that you didn't answer.
That's a lie. We have
That isn't a
talked.
lie.
Kim, I sat in South Carolina and talked. How would I know so much about your life if we had one fucking call? How long did that call
The only
last?
time I talked to you was in South Carolina. That's the only time.
Yeah,
Every
you're
time
right.
I reached
And how
out,
long did that
never
phone call
answered.
last?
Hey,
How
the
long?
call,
45
if
minutes.
this is from Facebook, the calls
Hold
will
on.
show how long
How
the
long
call
did that
was if
phone
it was
call
talked
last?
on it. I can
An
show
hour
green
and 45 minutes.
Okay, so if I can tell you more about your life right now than you could tell me in a fucking hour,
For
call me a
$150,
fucking
you better be able to
liar.
say what she ate for breakfast.
Call
You
me
can
a fucking
What I
liar.
told you. I told you about my husband. That's it. That's all we talked about.
Oh, that's all we talked about? So you didn't tell me that you sleep on the couch. You didn't tell me that when your kids come over,
You said that in my live.
you didn't tell me. We didn't have different conversations about the fact that your anxiety is so bad you don't even want to leave the house. You didn't tell me
Don't talk
that
about what
you
this lady
relate
talked
to
about.
me.
Don't do that.
You
to her.
didn't tell me that you
Don't
relate
do that to her.
me.
That's not cool. Don't
But
do
you
that to
but
her.
don't say I had one
But look,
phone call.
but
with
when
you.
but if it's a phone call on here, it will say exactly how
It's
long
not
the call
Facebook,
was.
Danny.
Okay, mama.
Okay.
It was
Was
Instagram.
was it on the iPhone? iPhone?
No,
Instagram.
it's on fucking Instagram.
Oh, well, let me go take a peekaloo. Hold on.
Oh, thank God.
You must have got banned.
I sent it to Kim today. There was one phone call.
Instagram. Let me try to call somebody on Instagram real fast. I'm gonna test it. I just tried it on Facebook. Let me go.
You know what? I got him.
It was 190,
You
by
guys
the way.
can grow Des. I want to test it. I want to call somebody and then hang up on them. And I thought I had Instagram on this phone. Here, deal right here.
Oh.
Listen, I was hoping you would get me a long time ago because I'm gonna say this, and I'm gonna say this motherfucking loud. KP, you shut the fuck up, bitch. I'm not your bitch. You don't get to fucking talk to me like that. Sit your ass down somewhere. Fuck.
Now the big box, Juju
Okay,
Carter. I
that's
didn't
all.
mean to. I wasn't.
Hold on a minute. I got it. I have not ever answered these calls
Now
right
the
here.
big box. I just
Yeah,
tried
so
to call.
it'll show when the call started, and then it'll show another box when it ended.
Yeah, I just tried to call Juju and I hung up on her, and this is what it shows.
Yeah,
It shows I
Yeah,
called,
and if
and then it
it's
says missed call. So
if it was a phone call, it'll say call, and it says call ended. It has a time.
yeah, because right
so
here.
we just.
Trey, can you give me a little ringaloo for some nails?
Yeah, girl, absolutely.
But if it was a call on Instagram, it would say when the call started, and then it says call ended, video call ended, and it has a timestamp.
Yeah, look at Dez's box.
Yeah.
This is me.
Can I,
This is
can I ask
incoming.
this? Can she get back in the box? Because I want to say one thing and then I'm gonna get out. 'Cause I do have.
I think she got gooped, friend.
Because here's what I'm gonna say, right? And I see you in the comments.
Oh,
I
here.
loved you unconditionally as a friend, right? I loved you through the good, the bad, the ugly. I put my own relationship, my own fucking mental health, my own everything on hold for you at fucking times. So for you to even have the fucking audacity to say I owe you shit is bullshit, which is why I keep pressing so hard on why I owe you money, which is exactly why you don't want to sit in a fucking box with me. Because you fucking know that aside from Hot Blooded, I don't know about any of your other friends. I was the only motherfucking bitch that was there for you no matter what you did to me. No matter how bad you talked about me. You fucking broke my heart over and over again. And I fucking took it. And I took it and I still fucking showed you nothing but love anytime you fucking needed me. So, with that said, you don't exist to me. Stop saying my fucking name. Stop talking about me. Stop anything. Pretend like you never met me a day of your fucking life. Because in my world, that's where you are. I don't wish you any ill, KP. None. I just want you to leave me alone. Because when I was at my darkest, you weren't the one that was there. My best friend right there was.
Oh
You were
shit! I'm a
nowhere
good
to
fucking friend.
between. In fact, when I was at my darkest, you were the one on this app giving me every reason not to be where I am today. But I showed you and I proved you wrong. So you can stay fucking high. You can say whatever you want. I know where I stand today and I know what I've done to get where I'm at. So fuck you. I still wish you no ill and I just want you to leave my name out of your mouth.
I mean, really, that's all we all want. That's it. I mean, really.
And And I'm gonna tell you
I
right now,
kind
you
of want.
got nothing but my mama to thank.
We love us some Mama Tammy.
Miss Bacon.
When my mom calls me crying and is upset, that's a whole different ballgame. So
Oh, Kane Brown is in here. He said we're fake.
I'm gonna remove myself from
Sorry.
the entire situation. I just want you to leave me alone.
Before you leave, I just want to give you props because you were a damn good wingman when we were Captain Save-A-Ho in it together.
I was. I was multiple times. I'm glad she got in here and said the truth because, you know, it is what it is. Like, I know that no matter what. When I say, like, I made it where I am when I had everyone praying against me, she's the person that was putting everyone against me. She's the one that made me getting clean and making me get where I am harder. No one else. She is.
So can I say something now that Nan's in the box? When y'all remember when Nan got out of the hospital, I had a phone call with Nan, KP, and all together, and it was discussed about Nan going live to give an update on herself. Because it was, again, if Nan doesn't do it, then KP is going to do it to tell the truth about other creators that were involved. So Nan got in the box because she was told if she doesn't do it, that KP was going to go do it, that she was going to go drag all the people that she thought was involved. So I got in a box with Nan. Y'all remember whenever it started getting out of control and I did a sweet tea? That was because it was told that if this isn't done, that KP was going to go on live and was going to drag everything, was going to talk shit about Nan and everything like that. So I tried to do it sweet tea style with Nan to try to prevent that, and it still wasn't prevented. We had to end it. And my friend was not in no way, shape, or form to be on live, to be telling her story, or to do a sweet tea or anything like that. But it was almost like, if you don't do it, I'm going to do it because I want to drag all these other people.
That
And
sounds familiar.
Yes. So, and me and Nan have never sat there and outed this because, one, I was friends with KP, but two, it was like Nan just kind of wanted to let it go. But that is 100% why Nan even went live after she got out of the hospital, because if she didn't do it, KP said she was going to go on and she was going to drag other creators that she thought were involved.
Let me answer a question. Somebody said, so wow, KP calls Nan to do that. No,
that's
her
not.
to talk about it sooner than what she wanted to.
And she also just made it harder. Like, so where, like, she went live, like, lying about me, talking about me, telling everyone don't come support me because I'm not actually sober, lying about my mom reaching out to her, like, just all kinds of things that just weren't true. Like,
She had an ulterior motive. She wanted to blame a different creator on here for what happened to Nan. And I'm not going to bring up that creator's name. She wanted to blame another creator. She wanted to drag that creator for it. If Nan didn't come on here and tell her side and give an update, that's what was threatened to do.
which then she still went live to make sure everybody knew who I was with and what I was doing and where I was staying. And like, so, you know, just like she just told everyone not to support me, don't be there for me, because I made the choice to get sober and not go to a rehab. And if I wasn't going to go to a rehab, then she was pretty much going to do exactly what the fuck she did to me. So she just made it harder on me. Like, she just made it harder. But really, I mean, I say that, but in reality, she just pushed me, bro. You just pushed me to be a better version of myself and make it and to prove you wrong. And I did that, bitch. I did that with no help from you. But every fucking time you needed me, it didn't matter what I was going through, because even a couple months after I was just getting clean, you were still calling me at Heather's to come and fucking save you. You were still doing it. If you guys, by this point, don't see, like, I hear all the bickering and everything, But like if everyone as a whole doesn't see the things that she does to her friends and the way that she fucking hurts us, and you think that you're gonna be different and you're gonna be better and she's not gonna do it to you, fucking hats off to you. I hope she doesn't. But she will.
Nan,
But she fucking will.
Dan, you came down to Florida and got her. You went to Maine and got her. Didn't you come down to the Panhandle and get her too?
Yes. So what she's talking about in Florida is she called me and asked me to come and get her right after I got back from dealing with a different situation. She called me and asked me to come and get her. She was crying. The girl was yelling at her in the background. You could get there before I did. She told me you were on your way.
Yep.
I got down there late at night. I bought my plane ticket. I flew down there. She was talking to B. Lynn within the second day. Okay? She was already with B. Lynn. So we were making videos trying to make it look like we were together, but in reality, she was with B. Lynn. She said, hey, do you want to stay another week? Because B. Lynn and everybody's going to be down here for GIW. And I was like, sure. Okay? I said, but I got to go home. I bought my plane ticket. I flew home. I drove back within 24 hours. Came down, picked her up at your house.
Yep.
Then we went to the Airbnb.
Wow.
I stayed at that Airbnb for 2 or 3 fucking days, and then I left.
Browse, get Cheryl in here.
When you left, that's when you got in your accident, right?
Correct. And you know what? Y'all think that she's going to be such a good friend to y'all? When I got my accident, you know what she did? Nothing. Nothing. Do you know that that accident resulted in another neck surgery? She didn't give a fuck that I lost a $60,000 car being behind her. It was my problem.
Because
when
you were having surgery and you were commuting her all over the country,
all I did was get bitched at about who I was with and given ultimatums between the person that I loved and my best friend that I loved. Every fucking day. That's all I dealt with all the time. All
you
the
talk
time.
to me and Sarah almost every day.
Yeah. Like I kept my mouth shut even in times where she's dogged me for weeks on end and fucking just lied on me. I still have yet to ever go live and fucking really dog KP until now.
Cheryl.
Yes.
Was okay, so when we were all on that phone call about coming down to GIW and me and the Blairs were last minute, and we took you and B. Lynn's hotel room.
Mm-hmm.
And KP got the Airbnb near GIW because you and Brittany were going to be staying there, and then you had to make the events.
Okay, so I don't know the event, like the timeline of when she decided on that Airbnb.
Cheryl, I don't mean to interrupt you, but just for 2 seconds. Hey, Savage Too Legit, just in
I
case,
know.
because you seem so stupid that you can't get it through your little measly fucking brain. Clearly, you missed where I said I loved her unconditionally, right? And I get the little fucking idiots like you don't know what unconditional mean because you bounce from creator to creator and which one ever suits your fucking needs for that day, right? But we were real life friends.
I've been yelling at her in the comments, Nan. Just ignore her. She sipped the Kool-Aid a little too hard. She's got to go back over to the camp. I don't know the timeline exactly of when the Orlando Airbnb was rented versus when she told B. Lynn to just stay with her because she was going to end up being in that Airbnb with just her and her son. So and by the way, Nan, you were obsessed. You were in love with her, and B. Lynn was going down there with the impression that you were in that.
That person was at your house. Who was I on the phone with? You don't even have to say the name. But was I not on the phone and texting somebody all the time? HB.
No, in hindsight,
and I
know
even
the
made it
truth.
very clear clear to her that I friend
Right.
zoned her and I wouldn't touch her with somebody else's shit on
Right.
the end of it. And I was
I'm
already
just
talking with that person because she tried to convince me not to be with that person.
right, and I'm just telling hindsight, right? This is all hindsight. I know the truth now. I know everything now, but this is what we were told. So when we got there, we were kind of like, oh, so Nan's still here. Like, okay, cool. And that's when we met HB and other people were at the house when we showed up. So we, cordial, said hi to everybody. Everybody was chilling. Everybody was hanging out. And
No,
then,
I was ready to go. I had to
yeah,
leave.
as soon as we got there, HB was out. Like, that was it. And when Nan had gotten into her accident, it was all put on Nan. Like, Nan was there for no reason. Like, it wasn't like Nan went there and picked her up. We didn't know any of that. Nan was there for no reason. Nan was there because she wanted to be with KP, but me and Britt were there, obviously, with Alyssa, and Britt was supposed to be with KP. So it was basically like the way I took it, and I don't know if this is something that was actually said out loud, but the way that I took it, now this could be my interpretation, okay, was that the reason why we had to hurry up and get there was so that Nan would leave. And when Nan left, she took all of the toys with her, which we found out then Nan bought those toys, not only some for Bubs, which were still there, but also for her own child. Because there were 2 of everything. Am I wrong, Nan, in that?
I bought it. So no, I did take them home for my kids because we collected Nerf guns. But I bought them we went around nerfing each other. Like I bought it for something to do around the house.
But she told everybody she cashed out you for that.
She did not. She cashed at me for things that she needed from Walmart.
I mean, because you were live at the time at Walmart and said, oh, this, and this. But KP said, oh, but I did cash out her for that.
No, she didn't. She only cashed at me when I first got there for the things that she needed.
Now, GIW was June 2nd. On May 25th, and I have the text, but it's with 2 people that I don't want to pull into this. So it was, hey, this is what I'm thinking, to either stay at KP's Airbnb and we can give, you the room if you want to still go to GIW. Said person said, I don't know, let me figure out my schedule. And then that didn't work out. And Nicole Blair had said, hey, listen, I'd gotten tickets. I'll take your guys' room with Jay and Danny. So we were like, all right, bet. So then that gets us out of the room. They paid us for our room. And then when we went to the Airbnb, we were like, hey, like, what can we contribute to? And KP said, just food. Like, if you guys want food, we'll cook and stuff. Like, you guys just contribute to the food because the Airbnb's already paid.
And that's funny because when I was looking through my videos the other day, I found the video of me sitting on the plane because she was literally crying about me leaving her there and just having to come and pick her up, and how if she was scared I wasn't going to come back, that she made me leave my fucking suitcase there. And I literally on the video it says, it's fine, I'm gonna be back in a day, it's only a day, don't stress, I love you.
We were already on our way down. It's so weird. It's just weird. But yeah, that's the Airbnb story. I stole my wife from Jersey and I've never let her leave. So I did kidnap somebody. My now wife.
But even when I was in the hospital, right? Even when I was in the hospital, bro, like, and as soon as she was the first person that I let in when I woke up, right? She was the one person that when the tube's down my throat, my sister's like, I don't know, I've already cut everyone off, even KP. And I'm shaking my head no, because I can't tell her, like, no, that's my best friend. It's okay, right? She's the first person that I let talk to, and she's also the first person to go and throw every fucking bit of my fucking business out there. Because it wasn't about a friendship and really caring about what the fuck I was going through and the fact that I almost died. It was about the next fucking dollar that she can make off of it. Let's not forget that while I was laying in a hotel or a fucking hospital bed, fucking dying, that she was running ranks while crying and fucking booing about her best friend that she loves and she couldn't. I'm such a piece of shit, right? And she doesn't trust me. But then why is she crying and unable to eat or get out of bed for fucking days? Make that make sense.
It sounds like a long hangover to me. But Stephanie Lee does have a question. Does anybody know when KP will bring back out the tarot cards and start doing readings as a psychic medium?
Shut up. I can't stand you.
Stephanie Lee wants to know.
I got Stephanie Lee.
Nemo, that girl
I told her I'd give her a reading.
She ain't paid a fucking rent a day in her life.
I come back at the wrong time.
Her and that vengeful disaster can't read a crystal ball to save their life.
I bet she didn't see this
He
coming.
wants to know if anybody's kidney on their left side is hurting. And are they 26 or 27? 26 or 27? Maybe they're. Oh no, they're 28. Okay.
I want to listen. So I know we've talked about a lot of bad stuff about KP, and as much as it sickens me to say this, she hasn't always been like this.
No, she
She is a
wasn't.
very selfish.
Good points.
She is a very selfish person, but she's also like she's not horrible all the time. She's just done some really bad things to good people one too many times.
I argue that. I don't think a goddamn thing that she's ever done, said, been with, helped, has ever been a genuine fucking thing. That bitch don't have a genuine fucking bone in her body.
But I do, seeing when you put on that big screen this last time, if that is not, I hope that she goes back and looks at that sober, because that should be a slap in the fucking, like that should wake her up. And I really hope it does wake her up, because
Her pupils
I
are
don't think that
huge.
I've ever seen her this bad. Like before she was like the rage baiting. I always thought that she used the alcohol to rage bait people mostly for like, views and stuff. But where she's at right now in this moment, I've never seen her that bad.
She's not drunk.
No, that's a lot of benzos.
And let me, can I also take this back? Yes, Danny's been there with me and stuck by me through so much. But listen, I'll give it where it's due. Lala was there for me. No matter what we've gone through, Lala was there for me. There are other people. There are other people that have been there for me. I don't want to act like there hasn't been. My mama, but
No, simply me. It's more than that.
stuck by me through thick and thin, no matter what. Hell, high water. It's Danny, and I wouldn't be where I'm at right now if it wasn't for Lala, right? I don't know where I would have been for a lot of people, and I'll never take that away from her. I'll never take that away from anyone who's been there for me and done things. But I can say that the one person that I would have thought would have been there with the one person that I've been there through thick and thin, hell or high water, and that's her.
Okay, my phone's about to die, but HB, could you give me a call tomorrow? I'm off all day. I need to talk to you one-on-one because I got some questions.
And I might got some answers.
Oh, shit.
I hope that all of you KP lovers that were in here watching, I truly hope that all of you dig deep within and get right with God. And when you go over there and try to tell her that nothing's wrong with her, that she's great, that you're not supporting her, you're just enabling her. And she's going to get worse the more she doesn't recognize this bad behavior. But I don't even want to say bad behavior, but this thing that she got going on. You ain't loving her. You ain't gonna love her sober. That doesn't. Same thing I said about another creator on here. You are not gonna love them sober.
And that's what I wanted to touch on, because Hot Mess Mama is asking, well, if you guys all loved her at one point, why doesn't so? Okay, do you see the woman sitting in the big box? This is her live that you're in. This is HB. This is Kim. Okay, this is Hot Blooded. She and so many other people, but she has been the adult in KP's life. When KP couldn't adult, HB adulted, and she tried. She has talked to her off the app more than she has on a platform. She has tried. All of us at some point have tried. All of us have been in a box. All of us have. Nan has gone to save her. Jesse and Sarah have been there. We have all been there. Everybody has tried to support her while she went to go get help, and she failed to do it for herself and her child. She has failed over and over again to be better for herself. She will not get it. She won't get it. And she won't get it until she's laying there with wet brain in full psychosis, not able to even speak a single word because she is that far gone. She will not get help. It is up to her. Exactly.
It's
It is
time for
up
KP
to
to
her.
save KP.
So when
Nobody
so
else
when
can help her.
KP got both those times in treatment that everyone did it for, the reason why it was so easy for her to give up and walk away from it and be done is because what did she really lose? She didn't pay for the treatment. She didn't pay for her bills. She didn't pay for anything. So it was easy for her to walk away from it because she had nothing invested into it, right? So the more that I'm sorry, but seeing her like this tonight, like that was probably the worst I've seen her. Those benzos is beyond Bush Lights. It's benzos.
She's so quick though to call me an addict and come on this ad.
Call me a cokehead.
My
Does this look like
addiction
someone that actively does coke?
right? Like
She's
she's
so for real.
quick to do that while sitting there admitting that she's an active addict. Like make it make sense.
Right,
Yeah.
but
And
Nan,
someone said that we're feeding into her delusions. No, we're tired of it, and we're standing up and saying something. And if it maybe hopefully it brings awareness to her when she realizes, when she looks around that fucking room and the only person she has is her and Benzo Barbie, and they're looking at the fucking walls, and she ain't got no one to call anymore. She has no one to come bail her out anymore. She has no one to cry to anymore. She has no one to fucking tell her that she's doing everything right and she's a great person, and she has to be facing the fucking reality. Then maybe she will get fucking help. Maybe one day, but who fucking knows?
He's literally when I was at my lowest, and she's on live talking about me and my addiction while in addiction. Like
right,
I
but
was on the
Nan,
phone
listen,
with her.
she got so mad at you back then and started dragging you really bad because she was pissed because you weren't
Because she
getting
wasn't going
clean
to rehab.
the way the reason right. Lala was fucking with me on the goddamn phones all the time, fucking fighting people to stay the fuck offline and stop talking about it. She was
Right.
pissed. She was pissed
Right, but
because you wouldn't go
what
to
she
rehab.
was really mad about, the reality is it wasn't about, it had nothing to do with my addictions. What she was mad about is the people that I allowed in after I got out of the hospital.
It wasn't exclusive information to her.
Correct.
You didn't heal how she thought you should heal.
And listen, Nan, I just, like, you about made me, like, listen, I just wanted what you have now for you.
Listen,
Like,
and
I saw
I'll
you
never,
go through the hardest time. I saw you cry for days, like, regardless of, and, you know, maybe whatever. I've been foul and I've been ugly and I've been disrespectful. And I mean, listen, probably because my fucking feelings were hurt. Like, let's keep it a buck. Like, I just wanted this for you.
so was mine, and I made it. And I will never take that from you. I'll never take it that I wouldn't be
Baby,
where I'm
you
at
did
right
the
now.
work. I just gave you a place to lay your head and figure it out.
And I did.
Amazing.
figured
We've
it out.
all done tried it. Amazing. I've done all I'm gonna do. Now to me, the only thing is gonna be holding her accountable. Everybody coming together holding her accountable. These numbers on this platform have went to her head. She thinks she's above and better than everybody. She tells y'all she takes slivers when she takes multiple pills, not just slivers.
Yeah.
Well,
And
guess
not for nothing, she had Caitlyn
Listen, I'm
from
not
Teen
gonna lie.
Mom in
What
here.
was just on your screen? I've known KP for 4 years, and I know, like definitely on a very close level, like HB, and then I agree. That's the worst I've ever seen her. My face was like, "Are you fucking kidding me?" That was really bad.
A year ago, she had
plenty
Caitlyn
of
from Teen
detox
Mom in her
facilities.
box raising money for her. Like Caitlyn from Teen Mom, not just some Caitlyn from West Side of TikTok. I'm talking like millions of followers. Caitlyn from Teen Mom talking to her
She also had
while
Mama
she was
June.
in
Donated
her
and donated.
act and donated tons of money, tons and tons of money, with all of her followers in here donating towards KP's recovery. recovery, and she shitted on everybody. She shitted on her friends. She shitted on the donators. She shitted on her followers. She shitted on her family. She shitted on everyone that's ever tried to help her.
For the people that are in there talking about fake tears, la la, and shit like that, let me ask y'all a question while y'all running y'all's mouth. Let me ask, how many of you guys have opened up your home to a freshly new, in recovery fucking person? Never met him in your life. How many of you? How many of you would?
I don't talk to Lala
And I would do
at
it
all.
again. And I would do it
don't.
again.
And I'm telling you right now, Lala's tears are not fake. I sat on phone calls for days with Lala.
None of y'all, at the end of the day, none of y'all know what me and Lala's gone through. Y'all see what y'all see on this app, but on a personal relationship, y'all don't know that. Y'all don't know how close we were or anything like that. Y'all don't know any of that. But and y'all can have whatever opinions y'all want. But what I can state is that when I fucking needed out of a shit situation, she was there. She opened her fucking home to me, and I will always be appreciative of that. Period.
And when KP's ready to get sober, there's plenty of medical detoxes in my area. I will take you. I will fucking take you. All you gotta do is call me.
And see, that's the thing is, and that's where I was going with what I was saying earlier, with her being backed in a corner. Obviously, she's not going to get help until she wants it. But in my head, my heart, my feelings, I feel like she wants to die.
And
I
that
feel like
also
that's
goes
what she
for my
wants.
friend as well, or my ex-friend that I hate right now at this moment. Jessa, when you're ready, I got you.
I do feel like that's what she wants.
I think it's just, look,
Jen, she's had tons of people say, "Come on, I'll take you." HB has said it.
She's literally
Nan has said it.
she's literally
Tasha has said it.
She's had treatment paid for in full, plus 3 months of bills in full, plus spending money in full, twice. Not once, twice, and each time she's walked away because what does she have to lose? If she finishes it, she finishes it. If she doesn't, it's not her money. It's not. It's a storyline for her. Unfortunately, she has no reason. She hasn't
Queen
hit
Jenny,
that
that
rock
is an
bottom.
excuse.
I
Do
was just
not
gonna
use
say
a
that,
child
man.
as an excuse. I have 3 babies sitting in my fucking home right now, and I got my shit together. Don't use that as a fucking excuse. I'd be so
I
tired
was
of
just
hearing
gonna say
men.
that to
I don't
Queen
think
Jenny.
I don't think she's justifying KP. I think she's saying she can't. She has to.
It's not an excuse. I'm just saying in general, like people who let her use that, like it's not an excuse.
Yeah, I mean, listen. The
some
person
point,
asked me about why don't we tell her
excuses.
that we're done.
Yep.
Listen, I'm on. I've already told her I'm on whatever time that she's on. If she wants to come back live and do this again, that's fine. I mean, if she wants to stop talking about it, that's fine too. I'm on whatever time she's on. I'm not going to sit here and allow someone to disrespect me, especially someone that can't even control their addiction. I'm sorry, I know that's a jab, but
She's
can't
comfortable in her
even control
addiction.
her fucking bladder. You ain't gonna sit there and continuously fucking deflect and project your bullshit onto me to try to hide what the fuck you got going on. I'll be damned. I ain't gonna let that shit happen.
She's
So I'm on
comfortable
whatever
in
time
her
she's on.
addiction. She's comfortable enough to get on here anytime she fucking gets herself in a situation and expect people to spend their own money to save her. She's comfortable enough to get on here anytime she gets herself in a situation to ask y'all for money while posting the blame on others and lying on others. The things she lied on Heather about, that there's no fucking excuse for that. None. It's
on everybody.
Listen, I'm not perfect. She can keep trying to throw me an HB situation in whatever mix, right? Whatever mix you want to. At the end of the day, I don't live there anymore. I do not live there anymore. I do not have any personal beef and nothing against HB. And quite frankly, part of her issue with me, aside from me and the shit human that I've been in my life, right, was KP lying about me.
We didn't really too much talk about you. I formed my opinion the first day I met you.
And that's okay, because the person that I was then was not the best human. Like I wasn't.
HB, can I ask you a
I
question?
tell anyone all day, any day, the person that I've become took fucking work. It took work. It took a lot of life lessons, and it took me falling on my fucking face flat. But I did it.
Because I've done it too. Right on my face. Dug my hole and couldn't get out of it for a little while.
Was it T. Bailey that wanted to ask me a question?
Yes, and this is gonna be something old, but no,
Is it gonna be as old?
well, it's from Texas, okay? And I do have memory issues, but for some reason, something is sticking out in my brain about when she was in Texas. There was a time that I feel like she told me that she had to call you because she was planning on going live and exposing Sarah and Jesse about something.
I like them.
I can't say, there's been so much stuff that I can't, and that's why I don't even go to people to tell people what she has said.
Yeah.
So I can't say yes or no. People tell me stuff all the time, and I just kind of let it roll. So I don't want to say yes and not be so. So I'm just not. I don't.
Yeah, I think that there was, and yeah, Sweets, do you remember that?
Did she talk about everybody? Absolutely.
Yes, everybody. She, everybody's a piece of shit equally across the board. She went to Hot Blooded and told Hot Blooded my daughter's business, had Hot Blooded get on this app and talk about my child. And then when her mother was dying, I still text her to check on her mother. When her and Hot Blooded first started going at it, there was a day she was live and she was talking about Hot Blooded. And I have text messages where I was texting her, telling her, stop. Do not go after her.
Sorry. For all the people in the comments, this shit ain't about fucking Lala. I don't even fucking like Lala. And y'all in here talking about Lala. This ain't got shit to do with her. This ain't about Lala's recovery, sobriety. Leave her.
Yeah.
You want to talk shit about Lala? Go to your own live and talk shit about Lala.
I've been trying to say
that's
that.
where it's at.
Yeah.
I don't even fucking like her, and I'll stand up for her. Y'all bringing this shit to the wrong fucking place. You worried about the wrong shit right now. We're having a discussion about somebody else. You trying to make it about Lala. Like, Lala, leave her alone.
But
Go
y'all
to
the
her
same
live and do it.
ones that are right, the same ones that are sitting here, the same ones that just looked at KP on the screen the way that she just
Right.
looked, and it'll go hoorah her on her fucking live and tell her how good she
your
looks
money.
and how good she's doing.
Right.
Get the fuck outta
Like,
here.
y'all being fucking weird. Y'all always say this
Damn
Lala
sure
trying
ain't
to make it about
perfect.
herself. Y'all try to say Lala making it about herself. Lala ain't even made it about herself. Y'all making it about fucking Lala. Just
But
shut the
y'all
fuck
don't know if I
up.
do that every day. Y'all
Go
don't
to-
know when I do that.
Go to
And
Reddit
guess
and
what?
talk about her.
Right, she got in
I
here
have
to talk
been-
to me, not y'all.
I have been clean off my DOC since 12/26/2016, and thank you very much.
And Angel, has she sat there and talked about fucking KP sobriety? No. You know what she said?
Nope.
She said when KP is ready and she can find somewhere around there and she got an open door for her. So what the fuck she
Yep.
talking about someone's active addiction? She's
Nope.
offering her, if she needs somewhere to recover, she's offering her fucking room. She ain't talking
Some
about her
people are
recovery
just
or how
never
fucking-
gonna be okay, and it's
Come
okay,
on.
Danny. I do appreciate you, but listen,
That's just
I
annoying.
don't. I don't want to make everybody like. Listen, Missy's watching. Okay, I don't want anybody to. I didn't come up here for drama. I just came up here to give Nan her flowers, because KP did absolutely fucking walk right into it. Like, it sounds like Nan was telling the fucking truth, and then that happened. And listen, I thank you, Nan. I appreciate you giving me my flowers as well. I'm a drop just so I don't want to cause problems. But I appreciate all you guys.
No, you ain't causing problems. You're not speaking on her addiction or anything like that. You just
I
came up
know,
here.
but-
You came here to say some
You
nice
got up
things.
here because I made a comment, and that's
This
it.
is- and that people need
if
to
you
realize
guys have
this
a
is-
problem with it, that's a you problem.
This is
Yeah, I
HB's
just want to
live.
be respectful, you know.
And the thing at the end of the day is that this is HB's live. A lot of us, the people that get out of these boxes, we don't rightfully get along, but we're being civil because we're respecting HB.
Yep. I mean, and for me, it's time to move on. Like, I don't have any beef with anybody. If anybody has any beef with me, like, I apologize. I'll say whatever. But like, I'm sorry you feel the way you feel. You know, I just want to do better. That's it.
I think we're all appreciative that you gave Nan somewhere to go. We all know what she was in and the pictures that we've seen, and we know that Nan was pretty low.
That even like.
I mean, I don't like how you did my friend, but that's
I
between
know,
you and her.
I know.
And if y'all are good with it, you're good with it. Like, and like I said, I'm not gonna pretend like me and you were friends or anything like that.
Right,
I don't like
exactly.
a lot of shit that you did to her, and like, and if you were up here trying to talk about KP, if she was sober or not, it wouldn't sit right with me. But I was just talking about the people in the comments.
Yeah.
Thinking about you.
But we can.
That's
back
all.
Nan.
That's all I was saying.
We can.
Yeah,
back
and
Nan.
I can understand and I can respect y'all's, opinions. Everybody has their own, and that's okay. Mine is different, and I just hope the best for everybody. That's
Right. And my entire point is no matter what happened or what we went through, and I said it, is that it doesn't matter. I still would never take that from you.
And
That
I'm always gonna
prior to
have
that,
that little
I
piece.
wouldn't have known what to do for that week, and that's it.
Well, listen,
I would have lost
you're still
my-
always gonna have that little piece, regardless of all the shit that we went through.
And you know what? I hope you find someone that was as kind as you were to Nan in the beginning, and you avoid people that was as negative as you were to Nan in the end.
Absolutely, and I can own all that shit. Yep.
And a lot of
But
times
y'all ladies have a good night. I'm gonna hang out in the comments for a little bit, and I'll see y'all later.
a lot of times it's who's in our ear as well.
That's facts too, HB. I appreciate you, HB, for real.
Can I say something?
You can.
I've been a supporter of KP for like 3 years, and watching all of this is hard. I'm a mother of an addict, and to watch all of the hurt that you guys are going through, because I watched you, especially HB, I watched you ride hard for her, so hard for her. And it's very heartbreaking. And like up until like this morning, I was like, why are all these people doing this to her? And why is this happening? And Nan, I'm proud of you. As a mother of an addict, watching what you've gone through is amazing. I wish my daughter would have the bravery that you have. But all of it is, and I'm a silent watcher. I don't go in boxes and I don't talk about this stuff. And I really do want KP to get, and I'm not going to lie, a year ago, I was going to unalive myself. And KP was on live. And it was a positive live. And if it wasn't for her being live, I wouldn't have called 911. And I wouldn't be here. But the stuff that I'm seeing is not okay, and I want her to get clean, but my heart breaks for all of you because I've watched all of you ride so hard for her. And I commend all of you. And I know all these people are saying, oh, they're bullying her and they're doing this, and they just want her to be accountable. That's the first step in doing anything, is being accountable.
And even past that, right? Because I'm to the point I don't even want her to take accountability. I don't care.
Right.
But leave everybody alone. Leave everybody out of your bullshit.
And I totally get that, because this is why my daughter's not allowed in my home. She's not allowed to be, I love her and I want her to get clean every day. I want that for her, but I can't have the toxicity around me. So
And that's okay though, Faith. Let me tell you as a daughter of You know, like I like as an addict and my mama, right? When I first got clean, and the reason why I had to go to Law Lodge is because at the end of the day, I was old enough, right? And my mom wasn't just gonna let me come into her home and wreck her her life, right? Her marriage, and I probably would have, you know, unintentionally, obviously, but definitely not. Just it's you're doing the right thing, and loving from a distance ain't always wrong.
It's so
It's
hard.
just as far
I
as
have a,
KP, it
I
ain't
have
easy to
a
love from a
fif-
distance.
I have a 15-year-old autistic child, and so he doesn't understand any of that. So he always wants to know where his sister is. And when I go to the local Walmart and my daughter's standing with a sign in her hand asking for money, and I have to, it's just heartbreaking. And my heart hurts for all of you because I know that at one point in time you loved KP and you want her to be better, but not having, I'm sure people think I suck because I don't let my daughter come and stay here because she's homeless.
You got to
Well,
participate.
I don't think that. As I'm telling you, like if my mama would have let me, I would have turned my mama's work. Me and my mama are close. Like I'm a mama's girl, and I would have unintentionally turned my mom's whole entire world upside down.
And I did,
Think of
I
too
did do
many
that. I let her
people.
come in. I let her come and detox. I let her detox downstairs for like a whole week, and she was doing so good. And we got her a food handler's permit, and she had a job interview. And then her addict boyfriend showed up at the door and was like, "Oh, I'm gonna kill myself." And that was, and she took my laptop and she took my shoes and she stole from me. And that's just, it's like grieving somebody that's alive.
Yes, absolutely. And I think that that's what's the hard part. And I'm sure I can speak for HB when I say this. I think that everyone looks at us and they think we're so strong and we're so tough, and look at them hold it together, and look at them like, oh, and sometimes you might appear like you don't give a fuck, right? But the fucking hurt you like go through, like I know Danny when KP called me to pick her up from Heather's, I was fucking on the floor in a panic attack, bawling my eyes out. Like I don't know what to do. I don't know what's right. I don't know what's wrong. I swore I'd be there, and that shit hurts more than what I feel like me or HP actually physically shows. Like you guys see HP get on here, and y'all see her be upset and defend herself and stand her ground on the lies and things like that. But y'all don't see what happens behind closed doors. And she can't tell me, and can't nobody else tell me that shit don't fucking sting. It
I
fucking
know it does
H-
because you called me
HP
that
always
night
told
upset.
me to protect
yeah.
my peace. She's always has preached that. But I know that even though HB comes across as mad, I know that she's hurt what KP did. It
But the
hurts. When
difference is
you
that
love
she's not
someone
her
that much,
life.
it hurts, but you're mad at the same time.
Yep.
And you know, if I gotta be the bad
Right,
guy,
I gotta get off here. I gotta get ready for a flight. So I appreciate all of you letting me in the box and popping my shit and stuff. And I love all y'all. And I think y'all are amazing. And I do wish that KP will stub her toe. I love you guys. Bye, guys.
I mean, it's, you know, hopefully, I hope, you know, that the end game is her going to get home. I really hope that is the end game.
My biggest heartbreak is that these people, that they don't love themselves, and they have that potential to love themselves. And I know what low self-esteem is, and not loving yourself. And when I look at how beautiful my daughter was, and then I look at her now, like I had to beg her to just come over to take a shower, and she won't even do that. And because I think they're humiliated, and it's heartbreaking to watch. And I watched Hot Blooded like ride hard for KP for